Hi guys, another day, another race. This one is stage 2 race London. It's the London Loop and it is horrible. You've got to go up Fox Hill twice, so about 400 meters of elevation gain. So this is probably not going to be a win for me today. Anything in like the top half, the top third, maybe I'll be happy with. But I'm expecting a pretty difficult ride today. Like I said, those two hills won't be fun, but yeah, all right, I'm on it with 7 minutes to spare today. So quick warm up and then we will begin. Big thanks to everyone who's a channel member, so absolute legends. I really appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so we're racing the cycling Greek now. Steve Grusis, I believe his name is. I follow his channel for quite a while, pretty cool guy. So that's my aim for this one now, to beat Steve.
So start the race here, as usual, put out massive power just to be at the front.
Winning!
So this is my glory for the whole race. I get to sit at the front for like 2 or 3 seconds while the pack catches up, which is quite nice. But anyway, I know the beginning of this race isn't where it's going to be won or lost. It's going to be somewhere at the end where the big hills are. So settling into the pack, my pack skills are not very good, as you can see. I keep getting to the front, dropping off the back, not ideal at all. So yeah, that's something I need to work on, I know. It's quite a long race actually, long and hilly, about 25 kilometers, 400 meters of elevation gain. So it's a pretty tough one actually, should be done within an hour though. Heart rate is quite low at the moment. The group is taking it quite easy. No one's really gone for any sort of attacks now because everyone knows the hill is where anything interesting is going to happen. So yeah, nothing much going on at the moment, just taking it easy. So I'm trying to make sure I actually use my power-ups. In the last race I completely forgot to use my aero boost at the end, so this time I'm trying to make sure that I'm paying attention to what I have. So 5k's in, we are reaching the end of the flat area, and soon Box Hill or Fox Hill, I don't know which hill it is, will arrive, and that's when the game is going to get horrible. Everyone's going to go on the attack and try to drop the weaker riders like me.
Right, here we go. This is the beginning of Box Hill, so let's spin the wheel of power. Woo! And see what it says. I'm thinking it's about a 7-minute climb. 350 might be achievable. 330 perhaps. But the point is, don't care about the group. Gonna go at my own pace. Otherwise, I don't know. Right, let them go. Let them go. Settle in. They will blow up, trust me. They will all blow up. At least some of them will. I'm going to pace this to perfection.
Right, so I know I can't keep up with the best of the Class C riders, especially on a hill, so deciding to go out relatively conservatively. I don't want to blow up before the end because I know I've got to do this twice, so for this effort I'm just trying to make it up relatively comfortably. So for me that means sticking at around between 290 to about 310 watts for this climb. It's quite difficult to keep my power consistent because I'm running at 100% trainer difficulty. I decided to start racing on that setting because I figured when I do climbs in real life, it will help pass over the fitness rather than having like some false low gear ratio that I wouldn't have in the real world. So definitely working on quite a low cadence here. But I do have a 34 in the back, so it's not too bad, I guess. So yeah, some people here are starting to slow down a bit, so I'm definitely coming through the pack a bit. My FTP at the moment is around 270, so I'm trying to stick just above that and hopefully not blow up. My heart rate is well high at the moment, 176. That is well above what I can maintain. Normally like high 160s and I can maintain that, but 170, 180, that is when I'm really starting to struggle. Alright, that's it, made it to the top. So this is where it sort of flattens down a bit and now I can relax a bit. For the descent, this is when I can actually make a lot of time back because I'm so much heavier. I should be able to take it quite easy on the descent at least.
Oh, why didn't I use my feather?
So despite saying I'm going to remember to use my power-ups, I completely forgot to use my feather going up that hill, which is a complete waste, but hopefully I can use it next time anyway, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, taking a massive break on this descent, basically just not pedaling, super tucking the vast majority of the way down, and yeah, it's going quite well at the moment, just recovering, heart rate down to about 160, which is quite nice. Me and this other guy here just working together until he absolutely drops me on that tiny little hill. So yeah, a group will form, I believe, in a little while, and it's quite good because we can all work together and take it quite easy until we get back to the hill again. So it's about 10 kilometers of flat ground now, just a good chance to recover. There's quite a big group now, so about 6, 7 of us, and we're just going to work together. I don't think anyone's really attacking, but I do kind of get dropped there, so I have to put in some watts just to make sure I don't lose them completely. I do eventually use my feather on a slight incline, hoping to get another one before the main hill starts again. So yeah, no one really attacking here. There's a few names I recognize. I remember racing L Hayward last week as well. So if you want to join in on the racing, I'll put the next race I'm going to do in the comments down below. Also, I post them on my Instagram as well, so be sure to follow that as well, and then you can join Cat C Races. Hopefully going to be on it every week now. I've been thinking about the best way to communicate with everyone. I don't know if people use Discord for Zwift racing, but I was thinking about setting up a Discord server if that's easier for people to use, so let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Alright, so I had to put in a bit of a dig there just to make sure I stick with them. My heart rate has gone up to about 170 again, not ideal. This group is really stringing out now, so I have to put in a big effort here to catch up. Dragging the guy behind me along for the journey as well, but I've got to make sure I stick with these guys. Probably should have been paying more attention rather than like fiddling with my phone or whatever I was doing. Alright, here we go. This is it. Finally approaching the last summit of Fox or Box Hill. So yeah, not looking forward to this. It's going to be an absolute effort here. Just want to make sure I dig in completely, don't leave anything on the table. To be honest with you, coming into this ride, my legs already felt not great. 2 days before I did 80k around the mountains around here, so that was quite a tough ride and it took it out of me a bit, so it wasn't feeling 100% fresh coming into this, but I felt I had to get something done. To be honest, my legs felt worse at the beginning of the ride than they did at this point. At this point, I felt like fully warmed up, quite good actually, but you know how it is. Never good going on a hill, is it? Right, so this is the full meat of the effort here. It's going to be a straight up hill climb to the finish here. It's a summit finish. As soon as you get to the top, there's the finish line. So trying to keep it consistent, trying to keep it around 300 watts. Knowing that I don't have to do it again means I can really push myself a bit harder than I did on the previous climb. I'm just trying to stick with these people in front. And we're all together in this group, so hopefully we should be about the same abilities here. So there's 3 guys ahead of me at the moment, just overtaking 1. So there's 2 guys ahead of me now, and those 2 are the ones I'm going to try and keep up with at the moment. Trying to pace myself. I don't want to just sprint to catch up with them, because I know there's still 1.9 kilometers to go, and on a hill that is a long time. I'm looking at their watts per kilogram on the right hand side and just trying to match them or be slightly ahead of them. And now, yeah, I'm starting to close them in a tiny bit here. So I'm trying to do a mixture between spinning and getting out to saddle as well. I feel like for me that's the most efficient way I can climb. If I just keep spinning, I get tired, and then if I stand up I feel like I get a bit of a break. I don't know if that's the best way to really do it, but it feels like the easiest way for me to do it. Anyway, I'm almost catching them here. A right in front of me, I got right to his wheel, he put in an effort and surged away from me, so I have to put in another one here just to try and keep up with him. I don't think there's much of an advantage sitting in the wheel on a hill because you don't get that much of a draft effect, but yeah, I've just managed to overtake him here. Now it's between us 3. The rest of the group has been dropped a long time ago, so we've only got 0.8 kilometers to go. A right there, he puts in a big surge, so I need to respond to getting out the seat, trying to get back on his wheel. Managed to just about do it. I'm pretty sure at this point I've managed to drop right, and now it's just me and Domane in front of me. So 0.4 Ks to go. I'm really digging in here, trying to put in a final effort.
Alright, that was a tough one. The hills really did me in as usual. Managed to finish, I believe, 20th out of 60, so top third, which is okay. You know, never going to be a climber until I lose loads of weight, which is still the goal. Tried to get that guy at the end, but just didn't have it in me. But yeah, it was a good workout, that one, pretty tough. I did make sure to get my excuses in early. So next week is Race London Stage 3, so feel free to join me on that. I'll put the details down in the description. Follow my Instagram if you want to see what other races I'm doing. Sometimes I'll just hop on and do a random one, so yeah. Thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. I really appreciate it. Mega thank you to the channel members. Massive, massive thank you to you guys. Really helps keep the motivation up and keep the channel going. All right, that's it for this one. So coming soon on the channel is a video about a marathon I'm training for. So that's in May. So maybe end of May I'll have that video out. So if you want to see that, be sure to like, hit the bell button. And yeah, thank you everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.